Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be playing Dead Space Remake. Now, this is one I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've had multiple moments and rants about how I never thought this series would come back, but I've heard good things from the Motive team regarding Dead Space, so I'm really excited to see what they did. I've heard that they've been really truthful to the original, and I've been avoiding all gameplay regarding this game like the plague. I'm usually really bad at spoiling myself on certain things like movies and game endings, but this is one I really wanted to just go in fresh, absolutely nothing known about it, save for the trailers that I've seen. But yeah, it's been kind of an eventful day, so I'm just glad to sit back, relax, and stream for a little bit. This will be split into two parts because I'll be able to stream for a couple hours and then I have some other obligations in about 2 hours to go to. So I will be gone for a brief time after about the 2-hour mark, but I will be coming back and streaming throughout the night. So I have not really launched this game other than just letting the shaders build, and I've messed with the settings just a little bit, but I have not actually started the story mode. So, but without further delay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm really, I can't describe my excitement right now, but okay, so let me go ahead and launch the game. Probably one of the biggest complaints that I had about the original game is that the PC release is just really hard to actually play. Oh, hey, Spark. Good to see you, man. Because the original release on PC, you can really only play it stable at 30 frames per second because anything above that makes the physics go all wonky. And I will be playing with the audio a bit just because I don't know how loud the game is in comparison to my voice. But I'm going to wait till it's all booted up before I switch to the scene. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yeah, I know, I haven't switched to the live scene yet. I prefer to let the game load before I expose my face, which is right here. Oh. Well, it looks like it's not detecting my game anyway, so we're off to a good start, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go. So, Dead Space Remake. I'm actually going to move myself just a little bit. Okay. So I haven't touched this game any more than just messing with a couple of the settings here and there, because as far as I could tell, I couldn't actually exit the game immediately, like unless that's in the more settings, but I had to. I'm probably just not very observant, and I actually had to completely just close the game out manually. It's just me right now, by the way. Yeah, I have my viewer count turned off because that way I don't look at the viewers and think, like, oh, well, I gotta do this, or like, oh, there's nobody watching. It's a psychological thing. But let's go ahead and just press the continue button. I will be silent for bits of this, just because of how cinematic this game is. I don't want to interrupt anything.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I just wish I could talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. Strange. Such a little thing.
That's her? Nicole?
Yeah. First deferred from her in weeks.
We're 5 minutes out. You still got that thing on repeat? Guess you really miss her.
Ishimura is not a job you turn down, but 6 months apart with only vid calls. It's rough. Easy to say the wrong thing.
I don't blame you. I'd listen to my girlfriend over Hammond reciting security protocols.
Forewarned is forearmed, Miss Davis.
So you keep saying.
Here we go. Nice clean re-entry. Maybe just 7.
Imagine 6 months staring at that chunk of rock.
To an independent miner, that's paradise. Aegis 7 is one of the richest finds in CEC history. Some prospecting team set up for life. Now where is she?
There. Confirming visual contact with USG.
Oh, that is cool.
What a beauty. Biggest planet cracker in her class, you know. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it so dark? We should be able to see her running lights.
Yeah. I'll get us into hailing range. Someone's got to be waiting up for us.
Just be careful on the approach. I'm not taking any chances with the CEC's pride and joy.
No chances, huh? Is that why you were digging into my personnel files before we left?
You track your file access?
I'm a computer analyst. Comes with the job.
I ran standard CEC background checks, Miss Daniels. If you want to work in the big leagues, you have to play ball.
Sir, we're in hailing range. USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kelly, responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura. Ishimura, do you copy? Come in. This is the USG Kelly.
You ever hear of a full communications blackout on one of these things?
Never. Come on. Someone pick up the damn phone.
What the hell is that?
Sounds like their communication array is busted. Maybe a broken encoder. Daniels and I can handle it in 48 hours, max.
Hey, that gives you plenty of time to catch up with Nicole.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jen, Johnson, take us in.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automated docking. Let's go.
I'm losing control.
Fuck! We're on course!
Daniel!
Guidance system override isn't responding.
Shit, we're coming in too hot. It's gonna smash us into the hull.
Jet, aim for that emergency stabilizer. There, the blue light. It might slow us down.
Got it. Drop the flash shield. Everyone bring yourself.
Oh, that was cool.
Everyone okay?
I'm good.
I'll live. Hey, Johnston. All right?
It's my ankle. Might be broken.
Shit. But better than a broken neck. Or worse. Good call on the stabilizer, Isaac.
Gotta always read the manual.
What the fuck's going on with flight control? That guidance system's a death trap.
Better add it to your repair list. Jen, what's our damage?
Comms are down. We lost a port booster. Got a fire in one of the stabilizers and... Singularity core's a mess. Could be worse, but not by much.
And let's get some help. Johnston, stay with the Kellyan. We'll send a medic. Everyone else, with me.
We're back in action, ladies and gentlemen. But I will be turning a few graphic settings down because I did notice that there are a few things that my system can't handle. So I might just go down one to the high preset, and I'm definitely going to turn the motion blur down because, like, it's very rare that I find a game that I actually like motion blur in. I think Dying Light was probably the only one that I actually liked motion blur, but we'll see. Because, like, I mean, the game still looks gorgeous, I would imagine, even on, like, these really... Even on just high, I mean... Okay. Yeah, that's much better.
Forgot something?
No seeing.
Oh, he was actually saying something.
Stay clear. Crap, we came down hard.
Not a great start to our repair mission. Standard procedure.
See, I like that, because Isaac is actually, like, showing concern for his teammates. He's not just like, oh, like, I just went through a crash. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, there wasn't even a peep out of him when this thing crashed. For your request, here's where we can find the specialist to for the repair mission. Isaac was born to, I guess that's Paul, and Octavia Clark on Earth in the eastern seaboard region of the American Republic. Clark was an award-winning ship architect employed by the Galactic Union Merchant Marine Corps. His record shows extended time off-world away from his family. When Isaac was born, Paul was given a temporary reassignment to an Earth-based... I mean, it's... Generally, it's just lore stuff, and I don't want to just sit here and read all of it, you know? Yeah, he's not just a silent protagonist this time around, and I appreciate that. Like, this is just... From what I can tell, it's... I couldn't find anything on her in this time you gave me, but Darlton swears by her. Apparently she's on the mission with this recommendation. If he thinks she has what it takes, who am I to argue? Now, I probably won't spend too long looking at text logs because, again, like, this first stream is going to be a bit short on time, and I want to get as far as I can. But, wow. Like, as somebody who just absolutely loves the first game, this environment is spot on, of course, but it feels more alive. Wow. So, am I not able to sprint yet, or am I just able to walk?
Isaac, guess we better go. At least we didn't take out the sign.
they're playing the same video. I mean, it's different, but the audio's the same from the original. I'm probably going to be really giddy about stupid things, so please bear with me.
Rig synced. Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location? Error. Employee not found.
I can't reach security.
Same for the chief engineer. What is wrong with their comms?
I guess Jacob Temple left without a 2-week notice. Alright. So I think a majority of my time is just going to be spent just looking and exploring, like, the new environments, just because... Like, I was trying to get as well-versed in the previous lore as I could beforehand, because I've played all the games with the exception of Severed and, there was that other, like, I think it was like a visual novel or something for, like, PlayStation or something. iOS, I don't know if I actually got to play it, but I've seen the entire story of that one. Because right now it's you can't actually get it without going through, like, a roundabout way because it was removed. Oops. Text log. Imagine a world where basic resources like fuel, ore, metals, and ice are hard to come by.
Where's the security detail? Where's anybody?
There's nothing logged. No duty roster, no power to the elevator.
God's sake. That security console's still working. Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done playing around.
Okay. So, before I continue, I did see that there was a Dead Space 2 control scheme. I think I'm going to keep it to Dead Space 1, though, but I am going to remap my locator if I can. I usually remap it to left control.
Something on the floor here.
Yeah.
I need that damage report.
Also, how is my game audio, by the way? Like, is it good enough in tandem with my microphone quality, or do I need to turn it up a little bit? Because, again, with streams like this, it's really hard for me to gauge, like, how well the audio mixes. Because I want you to kind of experience it, but not be able to hear it.
What have you got, Isaac?
Shit. It's not just comms with the guidance system. Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Could do that kind of damage to a planet cracker.
Okay, got us some power. Ventilation's up. Power to the elevator.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Another malfunction?
No. The quarantine systems are all fine.
Oh, wait. Do you hear that?
Okay, thank you, Dio.
Yeah, I hear it.
And it's good to see you, man.
Take it easy. Daniels, get those elevators running.
There's something in here.
Up there!
Oh!
Kid! No! Daniels, get the doors open! Get out of there! Hands on the door!
Oh, buddy, here we go.
Craig is still after us! Run!
Elevator door. Come on. Oh. I usually never do that in the original without getting hit. Oh, shit. And he's got blood just, like, dripping down his suit. That's cool. I've actually never played with the Dead Space series, so I'm not too familiar with it. Cool. Yeah, Dead Space is probably one of my... Well, Dead Space 1 is my all-time favorite horror game. So I'm really happy to share this all with you. Even though, like, this is a completely new version of it, from what I've heard, it respects the original enough to where you kind of get the gist of it. Cut off their limbs. Oh, I can't use my curb stomp. But I tell you what, that intro scene, like, it was so much more smooth. Like, in the original, like, what happened was they were shooting at nothing, essentially. Like, they were missing all their shots. And then the necromorph that killed that pilot was really jank. And... Wait, was there a head just, like, below my waist? Did I step on a body that I didn't see? Okay, yeah, there was a body there that I didn't see. I don't know, like, part of it is my brain kind of tricking me into thinking that this is the same game, but it's clearly not. It's something completely new, but it's familiar. And again, a lot of this is just going to be exploratory learning in a way. I'm just kind of seeing what's new and commenting on it. Because I will be a bit short on time today. At 5 o'clock my time, which is about 2 hours, I will be taking a break for a little bit. But I will be back and streaming more of it later tonight. This is on Unreal 5. Yeah, it's a Frostbite engine. which is incredible. Like, Frostbite is a visually stunning engine, but I never really would have thought Dead Space would fit in it. But anyway. Shit! Oh, that is gnarly. Yeah, definitely I would say that so far, like, a lot of the jankiness of the original is gone, which is fantastic. Because a lot of the... Because, like, after you've seen it so many times, like, you really... you really point out, like, a lot of the misperfections and the imperfections of the animations and stuff, but, like, this is smooth, and I like it. Like, it's familiar enough so far, but I can only imagine, like, later on.
Security request retrieved.
All log story and reading cables.
It died. We shot that fucker right between the eyes, and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its fucking arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
That was the original actor! Cool. Will you be taking a look at the Callisto Protocol 2? There's another Dead Space-esque game that had a plethora of patches and fixes in the FPS stutters. I thought about getting Callisto Protocol. I thought about getting Callisto Protocol, but money's a bit tight right now, and it's a game that I'd probably get on sale. Because my money, I was more excited for this one specifically. But it's by Glenn Schofield, and I'm usually one to try games that people don't really like, and that's one I've been potentially looking at.
Isaac. Oh my God, Isaac. You made it.
They're everywhere. Jen, is he,
He's gone. Nothing I can do. What the fuck are these things?
The ones I saw, some of them were wearing Ishimura uniforms.
They're the crew? How the hell can they be the crew? Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge. There's 1,000 people on board. Someone will be there.
We can't. The tram system's wrecked. Everything's locked down because of the quarantine.
And you're both repair techs. So how do we do this?
There's a broken tram car blocking the tunnel. It's gridlocked the system. And the data board's burned out. I can't lift the lockdown or call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay. But it's all on Isaac's side of the quarantine.
I'll handle it. Just make sure there's power to the repair systems.
And Isaac,
Yeah?
I'm sure Nicole's okay. She's the doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah, she always does. Find somewhere safe. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk too much during the cutscenes, just because I want to get as much immersion as possible, and I don't want to be, like, obnoxious. I do like how the Necromorphs are wearing the uniforms of whatever poor sap they used to be, rather than them all just being meat-colored. Yeah, like, in a Dead Space 1, and, well, really all of them, except for 3, like, they just were kind of all naked. At least the generic ones. Like, I heard there's variety in the designs, so it makes it feel more, I don't know, like, realistic in a way. Just because, like, I don't feel like, even with a few mutations, there would be no shed of clothing on the person. Because, like, you could look at the Flood from Halo, or, even John Carpenter's The Thing, in a way. Yeah, it's great to pick them on sale. Thing's quite nice. It's a lot better than what a lot of people led on launch. I played up Chapter 2 before hopping in, but I won't say a word. Yeah, so far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Like, it feels familiar. Like, it feels like Dead Space, but it's different. It's new, and, like, it's kind of like when Halo 2 Anniversary, I played that for the first time. Like, my mind tricked me into thinking it looked similar, but I think it's just my, like, muscle memory from the architecture of the environment. Wait, I can actually... Okay. Oh, this is new. Or maybe. Yeah, probably the only things that I've seen on this game are the gameplay trailers and also looking at text descriptions of certain features. Yeah, they really expanded on a lot of that stuff. Like, he's still got blood on him from earlier, which is cool. Like, it doesn't, like, like, you don't have a pristine, clean suit the entire game, and I like that. What the fuck? So to give context for those of you who have never played the original before, this scene originally just the lights went off, there wasn't anything special, and then there was a necromorph climbing in the vents here, but aside from that, there really wasn't too much to this. Warning, these facilities have not been cleaned or sanitized, I guess that's... Let's say. Found a way inside the vents? Wait, I have my glasses off, so I'm struggling to read that. Okay, so that's new. Anyone who's never played Dead Space before in their lives, I'll give context. Earth fucks, everyone went to space, you're caught up. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the same concept as, like, James Cameron's Avatar in the way that resources are scarce, so they have to go mine other planets for it. Bring the others. Yeah, the bathroom is expanded as well. And I won't, like, spend the entire time just commenting on how, like, oh, I recognize this feature, or I recognize that feature, but this is probably one of the games that I've been the most excited for in a long time. Like, I usually don't play a lot of modern games just because of resource management in terms of space, and a lot of the time, like, you get these big budget games that just, like, aren't very good. But, like, this is a remake of a classic, and really remakes are the only things that I've been playing other than Resident Evil titles. Which, even in that case, like, I've been playing Resident Evil remakes. But the fact that we're getting this and then Resident Evil 4 remake in just 2 months gets me really excited, and that's really all I'm probably going to be playing this year is those games. Or staring at the floor and screaming that the tissues are 4K RTX. The diversity of each monsters, each having more clothing than infected forms, adds to the fact that it's an actual virus rather than just a virus being conjured up out of random tissues thrown across the station. Yeah, it feels more grounded in reality. Like, they remedied that somewhat in Dead Space 2, but there were still a lot of naked ones. Dead Space 3, I think, really fixed that. Oh wait, that's the door I came in. Because, like, this environment is familiar enough, but they've changed it enough to where I can still get lost. But I try not to use the locator as a crutch, just because I want to see if I can run off my own memory.
Isaac, don't bother shooting those fuckers in the head. Doesn't even slow them down.
Okay. The only way is hacking them apart. Those arms, their legs.
Does that even kill them? Or do they just stop moving?
Way to not answer the question, Isaac. I mean, it was rhetorical, but...
Vents into engineering. You got a stasis module handy? We need one in tram maintenance stat. The autoloader's fried. I got a damaged tram car on the tracks, and if the whole system's gridlocked, guess who they're calling? Temple here, sending a stasis module now. What happened to the autoloader? No idea. A lot of shit's been breaking down. I keep hearing things. Down in the gears where no one could be. You know? I know.
But yeah, I would say that the only single-player game that has really gotten me interested, other than Resident Evil, was probably Jedi Fallen Order. That was really the only single-player game that's come out recently that I've really enjoyed. And I think they're just putting too much budget into certain things that they're making the games less and less enjoyable. Or maybe I'm just getting older. It could be any number of things.
Prepare systems online. Loading system reinitialized.
Because I do want to kind of showcase a lot of the classics that may not be known.
Autoloader malfunction. Please contact a repair technician.
But I don't want to be completely just based on nostalgia. And technically this is nostalgia, but at the same time. I think I hear one, but yep. So something I want to point out, again, that what the majority of AAA is doing is making a really cheap and fast cake and spending all the budget in the $500 maple walnut frosting. Sorry, my brain just could not pronounce that for some reason. And you look at the frosting and think, OMG, best cake ever, and then you bite into it, and yeah. That's pretty much Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty looks gorgeous, the gameplay looks great, but it's just the same stuff over and over again. But something that I was going to point out is that I'm really liking their dismemberment system, because in the original game, there were really only like 4 locations you could actually dismember them, and of course that's your arms and legs. There were a few like extra bits that you could shoot off, like you could shoot off their face and so forth, but like there was always a predetermined spot where it would actually cut off the limb, but it looks like you can get them pretty much exactly where you shoot it. Like you can shoot off their hands or like one of their feet. Oh, that is so gnarly. What I also like is the cutter isn't really hard severing, but rather you're chipping away the muscle until you get to the bone, then you sever the bone. Yeah, it's more realistic, which is, you know, as realistic as it can be in a science fiction horror game. But I mean, it's grounded in realism in that regard.
You got it. The tram was jamming the whole system.
That's one down. You said a data board was fried too?
Inventory says there's a spare board in the maintenance bay. We can't run the trams without it.
Yeah, because I tell you what, I was actually watching a lot of the early development footage, keeping up with it ever since it was announced. Watched a few of EA Motive's live streams, and while I, as a rule of thumb, I don't trust EA worth a damn, I could see how passionate the Motive team was in the project, and so far, it shows. Sure, I'll go ahead and save. And I will say the save station is exactly how it is in the original. Like, that's pretty much one-to-one recreation of that. One of these days we'll have one of those. We're already into laser cutting, now we just need something hot enough, powerful enough. Yeah. Something just handheld where you can just have like an ejectable battery like that. Stasis reminder. An engine in stasis is a safe engine. We need more people here. Yeah, you and every other company in America. Oh shit! Like, I tell you what, this is just mesmerizing. Okay. Okay, so that was something that I was actually worried about. They said that the map was changed to a 2D, like a 2D top-down map like this. But I didn't think that they were going to make it 3D, because like a lot of the, pretty much all of the HUD elements in this game are from Isaac's rig, so what you see is what he's actually seeing. But I'm glad that they kept it 3D, because like you can look around and you can still see like what he's actually looking at, which I was afraid they were going to like compromise on a lot of those features that made the original great, but I'm happy that they implemented it in a way that makes sense. Cargo arrival. Reserve ammunition. Cut off limbs. Yada yada yada. Yeah, there was one that ran past here earlier. A dead body that is clearly untouched. I wonder what that will be. Helps you give spatial awareness in case anything is sneaking up on you. Also gives you the ability to locate landmarks. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the 3D map. It's just really hard to gauge my location with those. But anyway, a body that's untouched. I wonder what will happen when I walk forward. Yeah, general rule of thumb is like if you see a necromorph corpse that looks untouched, it's probably not dead. What's this? Cargo hall storage. Okay. Oh, I guess I can only go to one at a time? Especially if there's a random floodlight on it, yeah. A big empty room. A big empty room with explosive barrels everywhere. This can't possibly go wrong. I mean, there's clearly not a scripted event where they come out of nowhere like this. So far, I'd say a lot of what I'm seeing is identical to the original, which is great. Because a lot of the criticisms that Resident Evil 2 Remake had were there were a lot of scenes that were cut from it, especially in the B scenarios. But, like, so far it looks like they've pretty much, like, shot for shot remade it, but expanded upon it. And I don't want it to be, like, completely the same. I want it to be new at the same time. But from what I'm looking at so far, I don't think I need to be concerned because it looks like it's expanded enough to where it doesn't deviate too much from the original plot. Oh, I got stuck for a second. I haven't really been keeping tabs on my inventory, so... Okay, I've got plenty of ammo. Okay, no power. So... Gotta go up. Yeah, the game is definitely a lot darker. Which makes more sense. Because if the power's out on the whole ship, it's not going to be lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. Okay. I need to pay more attention to where I'm going. But at the same time, I'm still kind of trying to find my way around. Because if I remember right, there's an elevator somewhere around here that leads me to the next floor. Okay, so it's telling me to go this way. Said I didn't want to use it as a crutch, yet I'm using it like really bad here, but... Again, it's like they made it familiar enough to where I can sort of find my way around by heart, but it's also different enough to where I can still get lost. Now, if only I could pick that up, but... I mean, I... Come on. Like, it's obvious. Like, an untouched body, that's like the rule of thumb. Oh, I wonder what'll happen if I shoot it a couple... What? Okay, I'm scared now. Did you Zolgify your text? That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that in Twitch. Yeah, see, that's awesome right there. Because everyone would including me, would fully expect to shoot the body and be like, oh, he's gonna get up. But no, like, they actually went the opposite route and didn't shoot you with that same surprise. So, like, if there's expectations from the original that I'm going to be looking for, and then they've changed it in terms of, like, those kinds of encounters, I'm looking forward to it. Looks like this is just, like, a manifest of all the stuff that's been, or log that's been all prepared. I'm in danger. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, no. They're waiting. Sparkster, no, please. Oh, no. Oh, Dead Space 1, well, the original, didn't, like, legitimately, like, freak me out too much. But this is genuinely fucking terrifying. Oh, I need to, like, breathe for a second, man. Like, I'm starting to, like, whew. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I've got this. I mean, I didn't play through all the games for nothing and then just to die here. So, we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do it right. But since I got all these bodies, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Because I destroyed that one. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, because like I said, this original part, this part in the original game was, like, it was lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. So it really took away from the immersion a little bit. And I know that it's 2008 lighting and whatnot, but I do like how they just give you the option to turn the lights off completely in exchange for, like, powering up another door. Okay, I hear one. Shit! No! Come on. Come on, come on. And then I hear some more behind me. Well, at the very least, my instincts are still intact. Okay. Alright. So, is that slushy sound from blood or... Okay. Yeah, because my buddy Sparkster in the chat, he and I played through... Well, we're really big fans of the Dead Space series, and we played through Dead Space 3 back in 2017 together, and I tell you what, like, you know, Dead Space 3, like, it was basically like Resident Evil 5 or 6. It wasn't scary, but it was a fun co-op game. But they mentioned that there was going to be a few references to Dead Space 3, so I hope that there's at least a little, I don't know, closure. Just because Dead Space 3 really ended on a very sour note. I won't spoil that game for those who haven't played, but it's disappointing, to say the least.
Isaac, we can't stay here much longer. Hearing a lot of movement.
Hold on. I got the data board. I'm coming back to tram control now.
Daniel, get ready to go.
Okay. So, how many power nodes do I have? 2. So power nodes are basically like items that you can find throughout the map that let you upgrade certain weapons and ammo, or upgrade your weapons ammo in your suit. But it also lets you open up closed doors. So like if there's a locked door somewhere, you can use the power node to unlock it to get a bonus, but I don't know if they've kept that system. So like, it keeps me on my toes because I didn't look at anything from this game really at all, save for the trailers. And reading a little bit about the features, but like it makes me wonder if I have to rely on my old knowledge or not. I see that Zolgo-fied text, Sparkster. Cargo and baggage hall. Okay, so I'm gonna close this door off and then activate that one. Cargo hall storage. No unclaimed baggage to be stored probably in this room. In this area. What? Not even the freaking, like, cargo rooms or, like, safe rooms or what have you are safe. That's like the equivalent of, like, Nemesis following you into a safe area, or save room in Resident Evil. I mean, nothing happened, obviously, but that makes me concerned that later on, when I feel like I'm in a safe place, I'm gonna get jumped. You expect to be safe in Dead Space? Well, yeah. I mean, whatever, like, idea of something you would consider to be safe.
Data board reinstalled. System restart complete. Maintenance complete. Calling tram.
It's clear.
Now arriving at flight deck tram control.
Okay, can I... Okay, it looks like they still take the tram away from here.
We're on board. Something hit the roof, but it seems operational.
Quarantine lockdown was lifted, so you can get to the hangar. Comms are still down, though, so be ready for anything.
What's the plan?
You and Johnston fix up the Kellyan. We report to the bridge. Standard emergency protocol.
What? Protocol? Hammond, people are dying here.
And I'm not losing anyone else. We stick to procedure. We'll get through this.
We'll see.
Okay, so I had to put my glasses back on. So my tracking may be a little off in terms of my eyes, but it doesn't really matter to me. But at least I can see better. I usually take my glasses off when I stream just because of, it gets in the way of my eye tracking, so like when I turn, like I'm blinking right now, it doesn't pick it up. Your ears are fine, so it's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of expressiveness in my ears. And this is just one of two models as well. Like, I have another one that I just have not been using so far. Gotta remember to breathe. You've gotta be... Oh. That's a clip if I've ever seen one. Yeah, like, I'm just so focused on everything, like, I'm forgetting to take deep breaths, and I need to, like, get my breathing under control. Because it's like, I'm not, like, scared, like, I'm just more anxious. Because it's like, you know, it's like it's almost like the same feeling that liminal space is given away. Because you're, like, in a familiar location, but there's something wrong with it. It's like you feel a sense of, like, yeah, I've been here before. But there's something just inherently wrong that you can't pinpoint. You know, I'm probably gonna eat my words later, but, like, I wish I could have actually selected a different difficulty when I started. I mean, maybe that was an option, I just didn't see it. But, I mean, it just had, like, a start game, from what I saw. But again, I'm probably gonna eat my words later. Default is medium. Okay. Yeah, because, like, I wouldn't play this on easy, just because since I've beaten every other game in the series, including Extraction, there's really just no point. It's like, I'm familiar with the features, so it's like, putting it on easy would probably just, it would more so be a handicap. Fun fact, though, Dead Space 1 was the very first game that I ever played on, I guess in a public place like YouTube. Like, it was the first game that I ever did a full-on, like, Let's Play series of that I never completed. And of course, it was also one of the first games that I streamed all the way through. All 3 games, probably about, like, 4 or 5 years ago. And you're free to check. It's in the options in your save file description. Okay.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. There's no survivors. Daniels is trying to get into the command computer.
So this is where that one guy got obliterated earlier. Make sure to save. Yeah, medium. But again, I also don't want to, like, eat my words, so, like, if it gets, like, super difficult, because I know that there is the Intensity Director feature, which, I guess is similar to, like, Left 4 Dead with the Director, where, like, it changes the experience based on how well off you are, or, like, different scenarios. So it's, a new experience every time you play. May I speak something involving difficulty difference between this and the original? Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's not like a major spoiler, just like, if it changes the encounters somewhat, like, that's something. You know, I'm surprised this pilot is still here. I mean, I know they injured their ankle, but, like, you'd think, like, after the well, I guess they were in a hurry and they couldn't do anything.
gun on you. Is that blood?
Haley, I need you to listen. The Ishimura's overrun with fucking monsters. You didn't hear anything?
What? No, the comms are still out. Isaac...
We need the Killian fixed now. Got a damage report?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, before I click this, I wasn't paying attention too hard. What are you saying heck no to, Sparkster?
Singularity core. Go!
Aw, damn. Oh. See, that was a lot less boring, because in the original, you just go there for... then there's nothing, nobody there.
Johnson's gone. The Killian too. The Singularity core overloaded.
No!
Killian was our only way home. We're trapped.
No! I'm not losing two good people for nothing. What about the command computer?
It's a brick. All the primary systems are locked down with the captain's codes.
So we find Captain Matthias, track his rig.
Okay. Okay, here. Captain Benjamin Matthias. Location medical. Status deceased?
Captain? God.
Isaac, you're closer to medical. You can double back and cut through maintenance. Find the captain's body and get his rig. With his codes, we... What was that? Chen?
Okay, Hammond, run!
Okay, that was pretty cool. In the original scene, it's, again, just a regular necromorph, but, like, they actually made it to where it makes more sense. The remake is actually harder compared to the original. Necros take a bar of health at the start. Yeah, I've noticed that. So maybe medium is a good start, but I probably will do New Game Plus just because of the new content that I've heard about. Okay, go to the medical deck. Here, I'm gonna readjust my position a little bit. And again, you get less ammo. Yeah. I mean, as of now, I'm good on ammo, but that could change at any time. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna actually stand up for a minute and just kind of stretch, like get my blood flowing. I'm getting a little dizzy because I've been taking a lot of, like, really awful medications lately. So give me just a second. I'll be back in a few minutes. I just need to kind of get my bearings together, and then we'll continue. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I just get kind of dizzy sometimes when I sit down for long periods of time, so I had to kind of stand up and get my blood flowing a little bit. But I'm back, and let's get back to it. That is not Dead Space. Hold on here. Okay. There we go. Ditch the padded leather, get some ribbed metal. There's always ping. Bring out the sun. What was it, like a Sunny D, taste the power of the sun? I gotta be careful, because some of my references, like, a lot of people won't get. Just because a lot of these commercials came on a long time ago. So here's my first experience to the store. Store is a one-stop shop to purchase, sell, and store items for later use. Yada yada yada. Bonus content is valuable. Okay. So I'm going to take a look at these suits real quick. I'm probably not going to switch. But I have been curious on what these digital deluxe edition suits actually look like. And who knows, maybe I'll even wear one of them, but I want to try to keep to the original experience as much as possible and just getting the new suits. But if I find something I like, I might play through it with that. Fair warning from what I've seen, the pre-order suits give no real bonuses. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm probably just going to stick with the regular suit. It's got like a pair of hands that kind of look like deer antlers. And then there's a head, a severed head on his belt. He looks like a warlord that just came back from the hunt. So let's look at the... I'm gonna check this one out last because I'm very interested, but because when I saw the pictures for the deluxe edition, I didn't really get a good look at any of the suits because there wasn't any in-game screenshots more than the limited quality of the JPEG. Okay. So let me take a look at this. Getting some better light here. He's got like... his skull is like on the side of his face. That's pretty gnarly looking. Okay. The colors of the EDF Corps of Engineers, adopted after their victory at Europa's Katamari Chaos Iceworks during the Resource Wars. As you can see, English was probably not my best course in school. But I like this one because it kind of looks like a Dead Space 2-esque suit. You'll like the DS-08 suit. I'm figuring that it's probably literally the suit from the original game, but don't tell me just yet. I actually want to see if that's what it is. Because that kind of takes a page out of Mario Odyssey, and also Resident Evil 2 Remake with the original suits and outfits. Because in Mario Odyssey, you could buy the N64 suit, and that's what I used primarily in the game when I played it. See, this is pretty cool. It kind of gives me like the Dead Space 2 security team vibes and the EarthGov soldiers. I mean, that's what it's intending to do, because it's like an EarthGov suit, but it feels more like a Dead Space 2 suit, and I really like that. Like, it's enough to where it's Dead Space 2-ish, but it doesn't mesh with, it meshes really well with Dead Space 1's art style. Okay, so the bloody suit, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Give yourself to the marker, be armored in its words, and make the brethren whole again. See, I was thinking, like, I'd probably use this suit just because, in Dead Space 2, I used the Zealot suit, and this one is based off of a suit from the original game that was also covered in marker script and colored silver-esque. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, it's still bronze, but it's got enough of the silveriness to kind of call back to the original suit. I don't remember what that one was called, though. You could also get a suit with Mario's colors in the original Donkey Kong. Really enjoyed doing the NDC festival in that outfit. Yeah, like, I really appreciate when games like this that have callbacks to their predecessors, and, like, they add, like, original, like, outfits and so forth. A classic CEC rig designed to handle years of faithful service. So this is, I'm guessing that this is the OG Dead Space 1 suit from 2008, and if that is what it is, I am going to fucking lose it, because that is incredible. No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh my god. Are the textures like up-resed, or is it the OG textures? I gotta get this in good light. Oh my god. It's literally the original suit. It looks like they may have up-resed it just a little bit, and the lighting, of course, is a lot better, but that is the original fucking suit from Dead Space 1. Oh my god. Motive, like, I doubt you'll ever even know that I even exist or this stream even happened, but good fucking job including this. Oh man, I gotta remember to breathe, because, again, like, I got a little woozy just a minute ago, so I gotta kind of stay calm. But I probably won't use this suit, unfortunately, yet, just because I want to keep it to the original experience that was intended, so I'm going to... How many credits do I have? I'm going to get the level 2 suit. I like just how bronze it is. Yeah, like, it's... I've always... Like, they changed the design in Dead Space 2 of that suit, so it's still the same suit, but it looks too... bright, I think. No, that's my boy's beautiful. I really like when they reuse older assets and sort of treat it like an Easter egg in a way, which is actually called the standard mining rig. Yeah, like, it makes me appreciate it that much more. Because, like, if I really want the original experience, I can just run around in the OG suit. Because, like, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, they let you use Claire's original outfit and Leon's original outfit from the 98 release, which I think is really cool. I don't think I grabbed any power nodes, though, so I think I'm just kind of... Oh, I did. Did you notice something? It looks like there's a lot less empty spaces, if any at all. Okay, that's good. At least from what I'm seeing. Because in the original game, like, there was a lot of empty spaces between upgrades, and it felt kind of lame. So if that's what I'm seeing here, I'm really glad that that's what they changed. Or maybe, like, there's more than one power node I have to use. Or maybe these are upgrades that are locked? I'm not sure. Okay, so it needs me to go up there, but... And then this just leads me back to the flight deck. Yeah, and I know I probably won't get very far for this first stream, but when I come back tonight, I will probably go through much, much more. Because after that point, I think, like, my mind and the medication will be rested enough to where I'm not feeling, like, super woozy when I stream. I do appreciate that a lot of these sound effects are the same, too. Like, this is the same sound effect. Ah, finally the Kinesis module. Holy god, that was just Chapter 1? Like, wow. Because Chapter 1 originally would have just ended at the tram. Let's see. Yeah, this is more like Dead Space 2 levels of speed when it comes to the Kinesis module. Because in the original game, it actually had to shoot and hit it first, but in this, it's more instantaneous. So, push that back a little. Because it looks like there's something back there, so I'm going to move that over here. Scan rig to unlock workstation. Nearly missed that med kit.
Gotta hold the line. They all came back.
Fuck. Ah, hell, now we're in business. New weapon add to the inventory. To use it, add to the weapon wheel. Let's see. Okay, so that's slot 4, so slot 2 is right here. Okay, so she got speared through the chest there. But it looks like she held her own pretty well up until the very end. It looks like she took out like 3 or so necromorphs. Is the space dead? Hmm. Well, these guys are dead, that's for sure. Okay. So is there anything over here that I can grab?
Lifting station lockdown.
My memory is the equivalent of a goldfish right now, so I'm going to see where it needs me to go. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm completely forgetting, like, where I'm actually at. So, since I'm a bit short on time, I'll probably get to the next save point and then call it there, just because, again, like, probably the worst... Well, there's a save point right there. So I'll come back here, but...
Isaac, have you heard from Daniels? We were attacked. She ran the other way.
No, nothing. Medical's a slaughterhouse. They barricaded access to the morgue.
The morgue?
Yeah, but the barricade was put together in a hurry. A hydrazine tank might blow it open. Just need a detonator, like maybe a shock pad. Nicole could be through there if...
Isaac, the one who attacked us. I swear to God it was Chen. But I saw him die. If they barricaded the morgue, maybe it was to keep something in.
Well, if that's not ominous, I don't know what is. So, I think I'm actually going to call it here, ladies and gentlemen. I know I didn't really play all that long. My medications is making me feel a little woozy, and I'm going to go lay down for a bit. And then I will most likely continue later on tonight. I think I just need to rest a little bit, and then I'll be up and at 'em ready to play more later. But thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll probably, like I said, again, later tonight, just keep an eye out for me, and then we will continue from where we left off here. But, as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks everybody for being here, and I'll be back probably later tonight.